Oh, freaking box. Oh, okay, hey everybody, Tekking here. Okay, I just discovered something crazy, mind-blowing even, okay? Now, I know what you're all thinking, and I just want you to keep an open mind here, really, because we're not going to be able to move forward. Just bear with me here, okay? So, what I figured out is if you use this banana in conjunction with this Robin figure... Oh, holy haiku, what the hell is this? One Piece popularity poll? Oh, you know, fuck it. Okay, I was gonna do something else, but okay, this is a special circumstance for the intro segment this week. Yes, so, in order to, you know, make it a big event, you know, the glorious 20th anniversary of the One Piece manga from 1997 all the way to 2017, which, by the way, let's just all praise Oda Sensei for that right now, that he hasn't had a stroke by now, or he hasn't decided to off himself, okay? Because I'll tell you what, it doesn't matter how, I mean, this is his passion, it really is, because I have things that I'm passionate about, like YouTube, and I'm sure you have things that you're passionate about, but if someone came up to me with, like, YouTube and told me, you gotta make this many videos, this many times a week, for 20 years, non-stop, I would just been like, okay, fuck this shit, you know, but, yeah, so, it's truly a marvel that we even made it to this point. I mean, this isn't standard for most mangas, you know, they don't last 20 damn years, but this is the 6th popularity poll, the first one that I'm aware of in recent memory, you know, reading the manga. I started reading the One Piece manga in 2009 on a weekly basis. I don't know when the last popularity poll was. I can't seem to recall it. But this is clearly a big event, and this isn't like your pansy-ass other popularity polls, and maybe that's the reason we haven't had one in so long, because there is over 600 characters in this fucking series, and we see this beautiful spread with Luffy in front, One Piece, all characters, and then behind him is just an entire freaking montage of, I don't know if it's every single character in the One Piece story. You know, someone with more time on their hands than me can go and check. But I did look at a lot of the images. I was kind of scrolling around just because it's so interesting to see all these characters lined up here. I will admit that there are some characters in there that are movie exclusive, like Z. Z is in there from the movie film Z. You also see Shiki in there as well as characters only found on the cover pages, like cover stories, you know, they're on there as well. So, you know, if nothing else, I want to say that pretty much every named character is on this montage, although I could be wrong about that. But then you start looking at the different images and you start finding things that are really interesting. Like, the one that I found the most interesting that was included here was, remember Mr. 7? No, I'm not talking about that Mr. 7, the fucking weird frog guy from Alabasta. I'm talking about the former Mr. 7, the Mr. 7 that Zoro apparently killed. And, you know, apparently this previous Mr. 7 went up to Zoro, asked him to join Baroque Works, and then Zoro just freaking, you know, lopped his head off, okay? Well, Oda actually came out and gave us, like, a rough sketch of what he looked like, which was basically a stick figure, but he's actually in this montage. Here he is. This is the former Mr. 7, so it's just shit like that. Such obscure things that you really don't care about, you know, whatever. Alright, well, yeah, that's the cool thing anyway. Now, I don't know how to enter because I can't read Japanese, but, obviously, if we're going with the Straw Hats, my favorite character is, well, actually, my favorite Straw Hat would be Frankie, but I'm very tempted to go with Robin, so I don't know about that. But from you, what I want you guys to let me know is not only who your favorite Straw Hat is, but, because that's kind of obvious, you know, like, oh, pick the favorite, the Straw Hats are going to win this, like, you know, no shit, they're going to be like the top 9 spots, probably. Maybe, who knows? So what I want from you guys is not only who your favorite Straw Hat is, but who your other favorite character, non-Straw Hat, is at some point in the story. So give me 2 characters, favorite Straw Hat and favorite non-Straw Hat character, and let me know in the comments below. That would be kind of interesting to see that. Okay, so let's get into the actual chapter. This will be chapter number 863, titled The Consummate Gentleman. Pare gentleman. I can't speak Korean. I don't even know why I tried that. Alright, so the chapter opens with a little bit of a flashback going back to back when they were meeting with Beijay in his castle, and Luffy came up with the idea to jump out of the mirror, and he's, you know, throwing this idea past Beijay, like, hey, would it be possible? Luffy's actually doing some thinking here. He's like, hey, you know that Brûlée, that wicked witch chick over there that has the ability to change people into mirrors and send people out through mirrors? How about you guys put a mirror in the cake, and then I pop out like a bunch of me in the freaking in the middle of the tea party. That'd be great. So Luffy's actually pretty clever in coming up with this, plan anyway, and Beijing goes along with it too. They eventually, get Brule in on it, on how she can mimic other animals into like other forms with her mirror powers. So Luffy hurries up, runs out to the woods really quick, brings back a bunch of fucking animals that are all pissed off, ducks and cows and pigs and shit, and has Brule transform them all into like the mimics of Luffy, and then back to the present, boom, they all explode out of the freaking cake. Big Bird's there freaking out. Remember, he's the head of the World Economic Times, the big newspaper in the One Piece universe, so he's having a big scoop on this. He's snapping pictures the entire freaking wedding ceremony. If he doesn't manage to get crushed by a giant layer of frosting, then this should be a pretty damn big packed issue, like a post 9/11 kind of size special edition of this shit. Like Straw Hat Luffy pops out of a giant wedding cake and attacks Big Mom. That they don't have to worry about money for a while. World Economic Times will be pretty solid here. But yeah, Luffy all pops out there, and the wedding cake begins to topple over. And this is like a scene out of a freaking war movie. Like it all goes like I can see it now. Like the wedding take this huge towering thing begins to fall on you. Everything goes into slow motion, black and white, and the like sad choir music cues up in the background, like. There's just so much frosting. I was covered in so much frost. I was sticky for days. God damn it, I saw my son, my only son, get crushed by a fucking strawberry. There was so much red, we couldn't distinguish the strawberry from his own goddamn blood. Oh, Jimmy, why? Jimmy! Anyway, cutting back on top of the cake, Sanji grabs Pudding and gets her the hell out of there. We don't actually get to see Pudding in this chapter, a close-up of her to see what her mental status is, but the fact that, she's letting Sanji carry her away, she's not putting up a fuss about it or anything, we can assume that she's still, like, freaking out because, Sanji complimented her, and she's like, I don't know what to do now. It's like, Pudding's offline right now. Pudding's offline. Sanji's having some pudding. He went to this party to get some pudding, and he got some pudding to eat out. Okay, I don't know where I was going with that. Well, actually, I do know exactly what I was going with that, but this isn't the time for this shit, Matt. This is a major freaking event right now in the One Piece story. Wedding cake's falling all over the place. There's like 3 dozen Luffys sparting around, eating shit and punching people in the face. Big Mom's freaking out. This is not the time for freaking sex puns. It's the only time in my life I will ever admit that. But okay, moving on. Smoothie and Montedor figure out that, oh shit, Luffy and the others are not dead, as with Opera stating they were, so Montedor's suspicions that Opera was, a lying whipped cream piece of shit was basically confirmed there. Although, I will say, guys, you took this a little bit too for granted. I think what happened was, because they were members of a Yonko's crew, and they're used to being such big shots, yeah, we're the fucking Charlotte family. We're the crew of the Yonko. We want somebody dead. We get that shit done. I think it was because they were a little bit too overconfident at that meeting whenever they brought up, like, oh, did you guys kill, so Straw Hat Luffy and everybody's dead? And it's like, yeah, oh, okay, he's dead. They don't write it off as like, oh, Luffy's a big-time pirate, you better make damn sure he's dead. From their perspective, because they're so much bigger than Luffy's bounty, they're part of this huge crew of a Yonko, they were just treating him like a normal pirate, or rather not as big of a threat as they should have been taking him as. So, it's Opera's, he's the one that lied about it, because he was the one taking charge of them, but Montedor and Smoothie and the others, they should have really put a lot, it's like, no, I want to see his body. His charred remains right in front of me. Until then, I want to see that Straw Hat before I make any assumptions. But they didn't do that. They just took his word for it for the most part. They were a little bit suspicious, but not enough to actually continue their investigation. They just assumed they all died. So, yeah, sorry guys, you kind of screwed the pooch on this one yourself. As Dogtooth said last chapter, there's nothing I could do to stop this, so it's your fault. Well, anyway, we cut to different scenes of Luffy here. We see a Luffy that's clearly an animal eating some cake. Big Mom's freaking out because her wedding cake's being destroyed, almost on the same level as when her picture was destroyed in Beijing's flashback. She starts clutching her head, and it's not as important as the picture, but it's a giant wedding cake, and Big Mom's been looking forward to this day for a while, so it's getting her right on the brink there of like, I can't have any cake! And she almost freaks out. They try to calm her down a little bit. Strussen's there, the one that cooked the cake. And he's like trying to calm her down, but that's not really having it. Big Mom kind of resorts to her crazy maniacal food craze mode, where she's like, I want another wedding cake. And they're like, that's impossible. We can't do another wedding cake. It's not like that. What do you expect us to get such a giant wedding cake? It's not like the island's made out of cake or something. Oh, wait, it fucking is, huh? Okay, well then just eat the damn island. I mean, who cares at this point, right? But anyway, no, they can't make another cake, so Big Mom presents them with an ultimatum. Life or wedding cake? Oh shit, that is a hard one. Just hold on there. Hold on there, Big Mammy. I gotta think about this for a second. My life. Everything that I've ever been or ever will be, the most precious gift that I could possibly wish to have, that I could witness the beauty of this earth. You know, a rock cannot observe that it is a rock. I can gaze at a sunset and discern its beauty. Trade that in, or, other option, a sweet confectionery topped with glorious creamy frosting, fruits, and I think Strussen threw a little cinnamon in there too, which I don't know about you, but cinnamon's pretty much good in everything. Oh, that's a tough one. Yeah, I gotta go with the life on that one, though. Sorry, the cake just isn't having it. But it doesn't matter because they get the souls ripped out of them and they all die.
This party's getting crazy!
We have the leader, Big Bird. I actually forgot his name. If I thought about it, it would come to me. But right now, I'm just calling him Big Bird. The leader of World Economic Times. He's taken a bunch of pictures of Big Mom ripping souls out of her own subjects, because that's what she does. And he's talking about how this is the soul pocus, or like the words of the soul vocals, different translations I've heard of this technique, where she presents them this ultimatum, but essentially what it comes down to is if you have any fear of death in you, if you have any fear of dying, then this technique will work on you and your soul will be ripped out. So they all, the people that, got their souls sucked out, I'm pretty sure they're dead because they got their lifespan cut using Big Mom's soul powers. We cut back into the mirror world where we see Jinbei and Pedro, and they're still chucking the freaking fake Luffy's out of the mirror. They're not done yet. They're still throwing more and more animals out there. Finally, they get through the last Luffy that's out, and it's like, okay, time for us to head out, time for us, Jinbei and Pedro to enact their part of the plan. Meanwhile, you have Nami, Carrot, and Chopper that are still remaining in the cake at the moment. They got earplugs ready to go, and then you have Gastino there too, who is just brutally crying his eyes out. It looks like he's like grimacing in pain. But yeah, he still has a part to play here, but I don't know if he's gonna fuck it up or whatever. Brule is there. Now here's the thing. They can't put the Sea Prism Stone things on Brule. They can't limit her powers right now, because her powers are not only useful in getting Luffy out there to enact the plan, but also they need her powers to escape. All I'm saying is, Brule, she seems like a bit of a coward, but everybody has a breaking point. She could get to the point where she's just like, you know what? Fuck you guys. I'm not taking any freaking orders from you assholes anymore. You can kill me if you want. I'm not helping you. Mirror powers just get shut off, or she conks herself out or something. I don't think she's gonna do it, but I'm just saying, she might just reach the breaking point where it's just like, screw you guys, I'm not helping you anymore, and just does something to nullify her mirror powers, and then they're left shit out to dry. They have no way of escaping. So you hold on to her. She's gonna mess something up at some point. They keep going back to that. Anyway, Big Mom seems to have calmed down at least a little bit. She's resorted from her, ear-deafening screech to her mindless, give me your life or your cake, to now just pure regular anger, where she's just like, that damn Straw Hat Luffy, where's he at? And then you cut over it all. She remembers all the times that she's had interactions with him, on the time on, Fishman Island when they were talking over the Den Mushi, when they were talking over the Den Mushi in the library, and Luffy had, I don't care if you're a Yonko, I don't care how powerful you are, I don't care if you have Sanji, I'm gonna get him back, I'm gonna beat you. That's the way it's gonna go. We will win in the end, so screw you, lady. And she's remembering that, and she's not too happy about that. She's none too pleased, accurately. And she shouts out to the crowd of animal Luffys, which one is the real Straw Hat? How dare you destroy my wedding cake? Funniest freaking scene of the chapter. You have Beijing there, who's just kind of like observing from a safe distance, and he's just like, you know what? That Luffy kid is freaking crazy. But I'll tell you what, he came out with a smart idea, coming out with all the different animals attacking at once. Although I guess it was more of Chopper's idea, because Chopper was the one that actually brought up Brulee's ability to mimic animals, you know, to Luffy, how it actually works. So, collaborative effort here. But still, nonetheless, he brings up that Luffy's actually really smart. And he also adds to that, oh, well, it's not like anyone would be stupid enough to go after Big Mom head on anyway. Scene right after this, Luffy goes after Big Mom immediately head-on because he announces his presence as the real Straw Hat, and then you get a face fault from Beijing that's just hilarious. It reminds me of, no, not as funny, but it reminds me of that time when Jinbei had his face fault with Shirahoshi. That was great. You know, Beijing's such a serious character, he's a gangsta motherfucker, and he just has the, duh, what? And then Big Mom strikes the brain vein starts popping, and she's like, I'm gonna crush you, you damn kid! I don't know why I'm picturing Big Mom. Okay, like, your typical redneck kind of woman, you know. If you ever grew up in the southern parts of the United States, then you might, like, think of Honey Boo Boo's mom. That's the kind of archetype we're going with here. That's the kind of persona I'm putting on Big Mom here, you know. And also the way of how all her children are vastly loyal to her, despite the fact that she literally kills them whenever she gets pissed. But anyway, we cut to Luffy, he's in midair, and he realizes, oh, hey, look, after announcing his presence, you know, Big Mom gets super pissed, too. She starts charging up Zeus and Prometheus, and they're all angry and pissed off, they're ready to go. And Luffy notices, oh, look, there's the portrait of Mother Caramel, so he's like, that'll be easy. All I gotta do is, you know, use my trusty gum nope. Oh, damn! So Luffy gets knocked to the side by a giant wall of, I don't know what the hell it is. It looks like a giant club that's coated in armament hockey, but, you know, Luffy clearly gets injured by it. He gets, you know, blood spurting from his jaw, but he also gets stuck in it. So this giant, like, gunk just pops out of nowhere, smashes into him, like, oh, dang, but then also catches his arms and legs in it, and he can't escape. He has no idea what's going on here. And then we realize it's actually Dogtooth. Dogtooth has a Devil Fruit ability, and that's actually one of his feet. He actually kicked, and it stretched out in this weird substance coated with hockey, most likely, that slammed into Luffy there. And Luffy, like, he tries to get out, he can't get out. This is when Big Mom starts yelling at Dogtooth. Katakuri starts yelling at him, like, what are you doing, Katakuri? You know, you're just a lowly child of mine. Know your place. And then Dogtooth's like, no, Mama, you don't understand. They were going to attack Mother Caramel's photo. And Big Mom's like, oh, really now? You know, they don't say. You know, like, this shit's going down. But it's at this point, though, Luffy's about to get crushed on the ground. Dogtooth sends this mass of his leg into the ground, coated in hockey. Luffy can't escape, so he's going to get freaking pounded, pancaked against the ground there. Did we get a pancake-themed Charlotte member yet? Did we get Charlotte Pancake yet? No? Okay, whatever. But anyway, yeah, he's about to get pancaked in the ground. That's when, actually, it's going to be Pedro that tries to help, but then Jinbei steps in with his fishman karate, sends like a current of water directly at Luffy. It slams into the Dogtooth's leg, I guess, and it's revealed that he's actually the Logia type Mochi Mochi no Mi. Mochi is a type of, like, rice snack thing, sticky substance like cake in Japan. So, I don't know how that translates to a freaking element, but we have it. Okay, so we have elements now. Okay, so we have electricity, Goro Goro no Mi, harnessing the power of, you know, the heavens. We have even like Haribo's Numa Numa no Mi, his mud fruit. I'm like, okay, mud, that's something. That's a natural occurring thing. But then we get to mochi. Mochi Mochi no Mi, the mochi being like a rice cake that you actually have to manufacture artificially, and that's an element now. That's the Logia world. Oh, okay, fair enough, whatever, it's One Piece. I'm not even worried about it at this point. But anyway, yeah, very much like Cracker's, Cracker too, well, Cracker wasn't a Logia, that's the exception, but Cracker's Bisque Bisque no Mi, same way. You can't get it coated in water or else the ability will be, you know, mitigated a little bit. And there's probably a lot of Devil Fruit's abilities that can be done that way, since so many of them in Totland are based around candy, you know, so if you get them soggy or wet or maybe apply too much heat or cold, that they could actually damage themselves because candy is pretty weak. I'm assuming Pero Sparrow, you know, him creating his candy shit would also probably be weak to water as well. But anyway, yeah, Jinbei arrives, and all of a sudden, this turns into a very different chapter. It was originally, you know, focused on Luffy and Big Mom and shit. It is now a Jinbei chapter from here on out, okay? So, Jinbei strikes an epic pose, and he's the one that actually states that he told Luffy about the Mother Caramel picture, not Beijing. I don't know if he's trying to protect Beijing or just trying to piss Big Mom off, right? Now, probably the latter, probably just to piss Big Mom off a little bit more. And this is the weird thing, man. This is where Big Mom, she might be like maybe quad polar, because, you know, she starts off being super pissed that Luffy broke her cake, and then she goes into like that crazy rage, and then she goes mindless, absorbing souls, then she just gets back to regular pissed, and now she's just going back to her smug attitude, having a conversation with Jinbei like nothing else ever happened. She's like, "How dare you, Straw Hat? How dare you? Ah, Jinbei, you think you can just leave my crew? Ho, ho, ho." It's like, it's so freaking weird. It's like, is this appropriate? You don't think you would even be giving a shit about Jinbei right about now. It's like, Luffy's the one wrecking your freaking tea party. Jinbei's just an afterthought, woman, but whatever, okay. Jinbei makes the big announcement here that he wants to join the Straw Hats crew. He's gonna leave the Big Mom Pirates, you know, and Big Mom strikes the smugness here, and she's like, "Do whatever you wish after leaving, I couldn't care less. But in order to leave, you'll have to make a payment." And she even brings up, like, "I doubt you would leave without accepting a payment." You know, Jinbei's a very honorable dude, although I think you get a mulligan in this case, Jinbei. I think you can just leave, and I don't think you have to worry about honor in this one particular instance here, like the crazy cake lady. But yeah, of course, being the honorable whale shark fish dude that he is, Jinbei states that, "Yes, I agree to your terms, take as much lifespan as you want." And then Luffy starts freaking out, like, "Oh, Jinbei, what the hell? That's not what I meant! You can't I want you to join my crew, but you can't do that if you're a freaking corpse!" Oh, except for you, Brook. I'm just like, actually, well, hell, where is Brook? Where did he go in this chapter? I haven't seen him at all. I don't know. He's probably slacking off. You know him, doing the wacky Brook. Probably leaning against the wall in the mirror world, doing the 45 degrees. You know, Brook. Yeah, it's a silly goof. But yeah, no. Jinbei states that, yeah, you can take as much lifespan as you want. So Big Mom gives him the ultimatum. The Soul Vocals, a crazy Rinnegan eyes going on. Stay or life. Now I'm making her sound like a freaking witch. Whatever, doesn't matter. And so Jinbei, without a moment of hesitation, life. And so Big Mom tries, I guess, to absorb the soul, but doesn't work. So she repeats the ultimatum again. Stay or life. And once again, nothing happens. The soul is not removing from. So that's the weakness of at least this part of the soul fruit, is that it requires the person in question to actually be fearing death, at least a little bit. If you have no fear of death, as with Jinbei's, you know, ironclad resolve is there, then you will be immune from getting your soul taken from you, which is probably an attribute that not very many people exhibit. Probably Luffy would also be immune to it, but not very many other people. And so to close this out, we get this scene with Jinbei just confirming his badass-itude. I mean, you didn't have to go that far, Jinbei. We already knew you were pretty damn badass, but goes the extra mile there. He's just like, "I intend to be a member of the King of the Pirates crew. I would not dare to bow at a mere Yonko." And everyone's like, "Oh my god, Jinbei, you're so cool!" And just to add it even further, Jinbei, you don't have to get any cooler. He gets on the ground, he breaks out a freaking sake cup and's like, "Shall we drink to it, bitch?" Then he doesn't actually say bitch, but he's like, he's thinking it. He's like, "Shall we drink to it then?" Amidst all this chaos, all this violence, you know, crazy monkeys are everywhere, devil fruit powers going nuts, big birds running around. Jinbei just gets on the ground like a G, just drops a sakazuki, and he's just like, "Let's drink on it. I guess I'm done then. I guess we're leaving." And so, of course, Big Mom, being the fair and just woman, you know, she's not the kind that, you know, has a sore loser kind of habit. Oh, shit, you know, she's like, "Well, I guess we're enemies now then, since you're not on my crew anymore. You, Fishman bastard," fires up freaking Prometheus, ready just to slam it right in Luffy and Jinbei's face. And we actually don't get to see what happens with that. We don't get to see them dodge it or block it or anything. They just cut away to the last scene of the chapter where we see, Luffy bobblehead, on sale now at any retail available. What the hell is that? Okay, random bobblehead of Luffy shows up, and then, oh, it's Brook! I get it! So he shows up and just breaks the freaking picture with a hammer. End of chapter. Okay, so, you know what? I read a lot of spoilers about this chapter before looking at it, reading it this morning. And everyone was telling me, oh man, Brook, man, Year of Brook, MVP, can't wait, Brook, man, yeah, Brook's gonna be awesome. Hey, look, I love Brook. I really do. He's an awesome dude. Which is why I took his poster down in my room. But, come on now, guys. It was the last 2 panels. This was a Jinbei chapter. Come on now. Or am I the... I mean, I'm not even a huge fan, although Jinbei did get points for me here. I mean, it was just like one badass cool thing after another. It was like, I'm gonna join the Straw Hats, and Big Mom's like, what? And then she does the Stay or Life, and then Jinbei's just like, life. And he's just so freaking determined, it doesn't even work against him. And then he breaks out the epic statement, like, he's like, I will not bow to a mere Yonko. And then even to add it even more, he breaks out the sake cup in the middle of nonsense. I mean, come on now. This was a Jinbei chapter. Brook, good job, Brook. Brook is awesome. Brook is cool. Broke the picture. But come on now. It was a Jinbei chapter. Come on now. But yeah, okay, awesome. So Brook shows up at the last minute as a Luffy bobblehead having the mask over him. Don't know how they had that, although it is probably drew it last minute. Broke the Mother Caramel picture. So Big Mom, I don't think actually saw it, though. I don't think she actually saw the picture get broken, although she'll probably find out about it right away. In fact, it's possible that she might have, it might be tied to her soul in some way. So she'll, she'll go to attack Jinbei and Luffy, and then she'll sense the picture got broken, and, like, Prometheus will disapparate, and it's like, what? And then she'll go crazy. So, yeah, next chapter. And I'm glad there was no break. There was no break or anything like that. Like, oh, man, this is a really intense thing, and, yeah, it's the next chapter, back to normal. So, yes, I do not have any idea what's going to happen next. But, yeah, Jinbei officially, I guess, joined the crew now, or he's going to very shortly. He's immune to Big Mom's soul powers, and I'm assuming that's what would happen. You know, the picture is broken, Big Mom's going to sense it, the attack's going to end, and then we also see in this chapter that the members of the Fire Tank Pirates, like Vito and the other guy, the big hulking dude, I always forget his name, they're ready to go in Beijei's, you know, castle. They're ready to go and jump out and fire the bazookas. So this next chapter is going to be very split-second timing sort of thing. We're gonna find out if the plan works next chapter. If it works or if it fails. That'll be the deciding factor. Whether or not Big Mom will freak out after the picture's destroyed, whether or not she really will be injured, she will be able to be injured, and if the rocket launcher shit poison will actually work. Or if something goes wrong, like Caesar fucks it up, or Brule does something to screw it up, it'll be something like that, but that'll be determined next chapter. Also, probably Nami and Carrot and Chopper, they're going to break into action next chapter too with the earplugs in. Hopefully it's not like, because I always assume, like, you know, if she's shouting, that might be a mix of Conqueror's Haki and, like, her soul power. So, actually blocking just your eardrums might not be enough. That might be, like, affected by the Haki and affected by, like, her soul power. Like, it might actually screech your soul itself, and you won't be able to move. So, we'll see if that goes down. Also, her screeching is probably going to shatter every mirror in the freaking Tea Party. I would assume it would be at a high enough decibel to do that. But, yes, if nothing else, pretty cool chapter. A lot of stuff involved here. Jinbei chapter near the end, and then Brook's, you know, moment saving the day at the very, very end. So, okay. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Remember, let me know about your favorite Straw Hat in the popularity poll and your favorite non-Straw Hat character. Yeah, so I guess I have a little bit of time left. I can talk about this. All right, so the thing I figured out, honestly, it's pretty crazy. Okay, so you take Robin here, and then the banana, and then you